Good morning. I'm Richard, and this is
Paul.
And this is
Sunday Chat.
Your timing wasn't very good there, Paul.
It was sort of a dramatic pause.
No, it wasn't. That's the thing. It just didn't work. Just leave the dramatic pauses to me.
I'll get it right next time.
You will. Or else your contract will not be renewed.
I don't have a contract for Sunday Chat.
Oh, you do.
Do I? Oh,
Don't you remember?
I don't.
No. Anyway, welcome. Welcome to the show. You know, people very often stop me in the street and they say to me, Richard, how do you keep your home looking so stylish and fresh and just whatever?
When did that happen?
Lots of times. People are always stopping me in the street.
You don't go in the street.
Well, sometimes I do, and when I do, people stop me. And I always say to them, I use Vivi bunting. It's stylish, it's beautiful, it's very, very long, goes on forever.
It is very long.
I know, the quality is superb, the stitching is wonderful, the colour selection divine, and you can wear it, drape it round ornaments or objet
d'art
in the house, and it's very stylish. So there we are.
So where's it going?
I don't know yet.
I'm not allowed to have it. I bought it for the shed.
Are you crazy? In that shanty town? I don't think so.
Oh, maybe it's a reason to buy a new shed.
You're not buying a new shed unless you're buying a new one for this garden.
We don't need a shed here, though.
No, we don't, but you're going to demolish that one, aren't you? Because
Yes.
you promised to do that several times and
that
never
was-
followed through.
I've only promised to do that in the past 4 or possibly 5 years.
That's long enough. Really?
You see, I'm really into rewilding and letting nature take its course. So I'm just letting nature take its course in our shed, which actually
It
is
has
doing
done.
pretty well.
But all the things that are underneath the wildlife and the ivy and the growth
Yeah.
need to be removed, Paul.
They do.
All those things that you filled the shed with.
Swing ball?
Well, that's one thing.
Yeah, but it's a big thing.
A whole load of glass blocks
Oh, yes.
that you never
yes.
use.
But we're going to
I'm
use
going to
those.
make a table out of them, Paul said.
A table?
I'm going to make a cold frame out of them, Paul said.
Oh, I might have said
Paul
that.
didn't.
No, I didn't say I'd make a table out of them.
Oh, well, yeah, I think
I
you
thought
did.
I'd make a table out of all the thousands of little tiles I've got in there. I'd make a mosaic table. That would have been a fabulous idea.
When have you ever done mosaic, Paul?
I think I was most probably at play school and
Yeah.
I was about 4.
That means you're not going to do it. I know you, love. After
We used to
26 years, I know
Long
That-
years.
most of the things you say you're going to do, you don't do. Yes. No. Isn't it true, Paul?
Did you
Because-
used to do
because-
those sewing at school?
Because, darling, this is me being kind.
This is me with a fist.
Darling, you have to be realistic. Don't make promises you can't keep.
Yeah. We need to make that cake this weekend. We haven't made that cake yet.
Another one. We're making a cake.
We're
We're going to do a cookery video. That hasn't
It's time.
happened.
Time.
But don't promise
You're
the people.
interrupting me.
Don't promise the people things you can't deliver.
You're interrupting the talent. That's what you're doing. That's what people said on Friday
Yes.
when
there's
I
another
joined
word.
in the live chat.
There's another word involved in that. Deluded.
I thought I added a certain je ne sais quoi.
Silence! Where's the list? We've got a list. We've got a list.
We always have a list.
Got a list.
And then Richard sticks to the list. And I wander off onto loads of different other topics. What are you doing?
I don't know what that was.
Oh, it's not a midge, is it?
No, it's a bit of fluff, I think.
Oh, God. It's gone down your throat now. Shall I slap you in the back?
No, I'm fine.
Look, there's some tea there. Would you like me to get you some tea?
Too hot.
It's not too hot. Look, it's nice and boiling.
I'm honestly fine. I'm fine. I can overcome it. I have willpower. You see, professional to the last.
What's your tea? Taste your tea and tell me what it is.
It looks like urine. Wow, that's lemon and ginger.
No. Close.
Well, it tastes like lemon and ginger.
It's ginger and lime.
Oh, well.
Do you want me to put it down there?
No, I think I'll keep it, darling. Thank you. Thank you so much for being so considerate.
I put mine near my foot so that I can kick it over at some point.
Anywho, let's get on with the proceedings, shall we?
List!
God, that actually made my teeth hurt. We wanted to say a very big thank you and hello to all our new subscribers. Wonderful. We have no idea where you came from, but you came. You saw and you subscribed.
You came, you saw, you subscribed.
I just said that.
I was going to say what
Is
it
it going to
was
be
supposed
repeat-a-rama today?
Yeah.
Well, it better not be, or else you'll be wearing this tea.
No
Thank
tea,
you.
no shade. They might not know that.
That was
I'm
too
in
big a
quite
gap.
a jolly mood today. I really am.
I'll put a stop to that. So welcome, old and new and old, shiny and not so shiny.
And crinkly.
And the crinkly ones.
Because there are some who admit they're crinkly, aren't there?
Well, we're crinkly
Yeah,
too. It's
we're
just the
crinkly
power
too.
and magic of television shows that I have a flawless skin. Not sure why it's not working on you, Paul. It must be
I think
setting on the camera that
I think it's because I've smiled for 53 years.
It's a bad move, smiling.
Yeah.
It's a bad move. I didn't smile throughout the 80s and I wore sunglasses, even during the winter. That's why I'm flawless.
When we met, Richard was the floor manager, weren't you, at
Sales floor manager, yeah.
Sales floor manager at Ticketmaster. And he wore dark glasses all the time,
I did.
which was extremely intimidating to people who get intimidated.
Yeah.
And there were quite a few people, I think, on the sales floor who got intimidated.
Well, yeah, they were salespeople. They needed to work.
And your 6'4" frame as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's just how I like it.
I've just remembered your office.
Yeah, that little cube.
That little cube.
I've always had a cube.
Actually, you're in
I've
a
got
little cube now.
I know, they like putting me in a cube. Boxing me in.
And do you remember all those, what were they, Honeywell printers we used to have? The big wide printers with the big print rolls and all of that. It's amazing how technology has changed in actually, after that, like 10 years.
It is amazing how you can jump from subject to subject without any kind of segue.
Oh,
Shall we
Segway. We've never tried a Segway, have we? We've seen them, but we've never tried one.
No, I don't know whether they take your weight, Paul.
No, I think they would, because the postal service somewhere uses them. I think it might be in Canada they use them.
I think there's a limit on how heavy you can be to use one.
Well, I've lost another £0.5.
Oh,
so
good. That was a segue. Do you see what I mean?
I'm on my way to
That's how you
segueing
segue.
on a Segway.
That's how you segue into a subject. Let's move on. Yes, bloody thank you to all our new people and old people, crinkly.
You've done that bit, you're repeating yourself.
Yes, it's called a summary.
Is this just going to be a whole load of repeats?
It's called a summary, Paul. In order to move into the next section, segue into a section, Which is also to say a big, big thank you to all our new members on Planet Vegetaria.
Yeah.
There's nearly 390 members on that Facebook group. Planet Vegetaria, a Facebook group by Richard and Paul. Richard and Paul since 2017. We have to get that in contractually now.
But on Planet Vegetaria,
Yes.
I've made some notes of statistics. So we had about 300 members about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Do I go into a coma now?
Yeah, you go into a coma now. In the last 28 days, there's been 650 posts, over 650 posts,
Lovely.
over 5,000 comments on those posts, and over 21,000 likes or smiley faces or other reactions on those posts.
Lovely.
I think for such
small,
what is a
tiny
small group,
A little planet.
that is astonishing. Those are astonishing figures. I really think they are. And interestingly, of the 300 and almost 90 members we have now, over the past 28 days, 2/3 of the membership have been active, which could be a comment, it could be a like, or it could be a post, or it could be a combination, obviously. But I think it's astonishing that 2/3 of our membership are reacting and engaging on Planet Vegetaria.
And I think also what the great thing is, above all, is that everybody's so lovely.
Yeah.
It's such a lovely group. We've not had to ban anybody yet. There's time.
We banned somebody from Richard and Paul this
Yes,
week.
we did.
But they were posting spam. So
Oh gosh, yeah, it was. Yeah, we had our first spammer.
yeah.
I mean, it was some ridiculous thing about some psychic. Really?
Yeah, if your
Really?
life's not going this way, then
Call Madame Doodah.
Fufu, because she'll be able to get your
Really?
life on balance.
I don't think so. We've got no space for that kind of nonsense on any of our platforms.
I've worked
thank
with
you.
psychics in the past.
Let's
and
not go there.
They didn't see a lot of things coming.
No, they didn't.
So,
That's the
yeah.
thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
They can only see the things that they want to see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or they want you to think
Yes,
you
it's
see.
all a bit
Yeah.
strange.
Anyway.
Frankly, let's move on. We're not judging you if you do believe in that kind of thing.
No.
We are judging, not judging. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, but yeah, Planet Vegetaria,
Lovely.
thank you to
Lovely.
everyone on there, especially those who are commenting and posting, and the harvests that people are getting at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, they certainly, quite a lot of them put our harvest to shame.
Ooh, tomatoes especially.
Tomatoes.
Ours have been rubbish.
Actually, I think we're going to have to ban Brian.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think we
Brian,
are. His
I think-
tomatoes are
yeah.
far too good.
Far, far too good. Putting us to shame.
So-
Absolutely.
Paul, the ones on the windowsill, do you think it's going to be a cheese and tomato on toast day today?
I
do you
think it will.
Oh, our first tomato.
I think it will.
Right.
Be.
I know people are saying do the green tomato thing. We love green tomatoes as well.
Absolutely.
But we just want to give them a chance to ripen because we prefer red tomatoes, to be honest.
Well, I think if we had
Do-
more space, then we would most probably grow. Well, no, because you end up with a lot of green tomatoes at the end of
Yes,
the season.
That's the
So
thing.
it's a good thing to have them ripe at the beginning because they're generally not going to ripen at the end.
No.
But that I'm looking forward to doing that green
Having
tomato.
said that,
Did
though,
you just talk over me then?
but having said that, Paul.
Did he just talk over me then?
No, of course I didn't. Having said that, we had quite a few at the end.
That's what I said.
Listen to what I'm going to say, and we put them on the windowsill, and if you remember, they ripened, didn't they? And we were quite surprised.
Yes, I do remember putting them on the windowsill. Yes, on a tray, and then ripening, and us both being quite surprised. Do your surprise face. That's how he was when they ripened. Every single time a tomato ripened, what did you do?
It's hard work being me.
Keep that up, you'll have lots of wrinkles.
Oh God, yeah. Shh.
So
Talking of
do a
wrinkle,
non-wrinkle surprise face. Yeah, that's better. You won't wrinkle with that.
a subtle surprise.
Isn't that saucy surprise? Which of course is quite good if you're going to be making a tomato sauce.
Or is that just nut job surprise? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, Friday Live, we had such a hoot, didn't we, Paul, on Friday?
Yeah, we did.
Had such a hoot with our second live show we've ever done together.
Our first Friday Live
we've
ever done together.
But we did do a Christmas one together live.
Yeah. So you can go back and watch that one.
Now, interesting you should say that, Paul, because somebody actually watched our Christmas special yesterday.
Did they?
They did. Good for you.
Yeah.
And this is a reminder that we do have an extensive library here on Richard and Paul on YouTube that you can go back and look at, and you can watch our evolution.
Video library.
Yes, there are some frankly embarrassing ones at the beginning.
Yeah, I think there were quite a few for you at the beginning. I don't think I've had any.
I was talking about you.
Me?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever been embarrassed.
Haven't you?
No. When have I been embarrassing?
It was a joke.
Oh, it was a joke.
It's a joke.
Joke.
Honestly.
I do the one that always crops up on my timeline on YouTube is me in my brown fleece when we were doing a plot tour, the very early plot tour, must have been a year
I remember
ago,
it.
of the or a year and a half ago, of the new lower plot.
Yes.
And there was me sort of, I seemed to be, I had shorter hair, but I seemed to be a bit bigger then as well.
A bit more like a robot, weren't you?
Here are the raised
Yes,
beds,
it was a
and there
little.
are some nice things in them.
And you repeated yourself constantly.
Here are the raised beds, and there are nice things in them.
Doesn't change.
I do tend to repeat myself. That's something that Mum and I have in common.
Yeah, this has turned into a Sunday waffle now.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
We're totally
and of
off
course
track.
it's supposed to
It's
be
going to be-
Sunday chat!
It's going to be 4 hours long and nobody's going to watch.
Yeah, I won't watch it.
Yes,
so.
let's move on now. So we did the Friday chat together. And we were
Friday Live.
Friday Live together on Friday, funnily enough. And you all seem to enjoy it. So here's the disappointing bit. There won't be a Friday Live show this coming Friday because we've got friends over.
Yeah.
So, and they don't want to be filmed.
No.
So we won't be doing Friday chat live. Though we do apologise profusely. We're very, very sorry.
Will there be a Thursday Thumble? That's what some people have been asking.
I do hope not, Paul.
That was quite funny coming up with that. I quite like that word though.
We're
Thumble.
not starting another series. We've already done millions of Sunday chats. You know how many live shows we've nearly done on a Friday? We've nearly
40.
done 50.
50.
We've nearly provided you with 50 episodes of live entertainment, sometimes stretching into the 2-hour mark.
And one of them was actually very good, wasn't it? That was last Friday's, because I was on.
You can be quite hurtful sometimes, Paul, can't you?
Next! What's
Weather.
next?
No, we wanted to talk about the weather.
Yeah.
Darling,
Yeah, no,
you
I was-
call me darling.
I did, yeah, I was just trying to get your attention.
Well, you got it, honey. You got it. So, Paul, didn't you want to talk about weather?
Well, yeah,
It's raining.
It's raining again. That's a song, isn't it? Yeah, it's a song.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure by whom. He'll know. I won't. Um, we've cancelled our working party this morning because of the rain. We also cancelled the barbecue yesterday because we thought it was going to be rainy and windy, and I think it was the right decision, again, to cancel it. But we really need sun. You think it's going to be an Indian summer?
I do. I'm making my, prediction.
Prediction, forecast.
My prediction is we're going to have a beautiful, beautiful September.
I'm not so sure.
Okay, so let's take a poll. Do you think the UK will have an Indian summer and a beautiful September? Yes or no? And I'll put a elegant card here.
Poll. A poll card. We have no butternuts forming yet. Really, really bizarre.
Why do you think that is, Paul?
I just do not think there are the pollinators out there, because what happens is you have lots of male flowers, and the male flowers open and they sort of test whether there's lots of pollinators around, because as we know from last week, squash and cucurbits need to be pollinated several times before they form a fruit that is going to ripen to maturity. And yesterday I was talking to another plot neighbour, and I just don't think we've had the pollinators around.
Interesting. And yeah, is it volume of pollinators?
I think it's volume.
And it's not as though we haven't got attractors, because that day we spent down at the plot, that morning we spent down, there was loads of butterflies and bees. Maybe we need to think more about companion planting to get them in there.
I think we do. This year I did say that I was going to try and grow more flowers, and I have achieved that, but maybe we need to grow more flowers interspersed with
the squash beds.
Yeah. Or even put pots around. But I was looking at the flowers on the butternut squash yesterday on the top plot, and as I say, there's quite a few male flowers, but there was very few visits from bees, and I stood there for about 10 minutes watching, and I saw 3 bees that visited and then went off.
Well, maybe you have to hand pollinate them.
Well, I think you do. I think we will have to hand pollinate them, but what I'll have to do is go in with a brush on the male flowers to pretend I'm a bee, so that the plant produces the female flowers.
Yeah, don't be using my makeup brushes.
Why not? Isn't pollen good for the skin? It'll give you a glow. Yeah. Maybe you could come down and stick your nose in a few of the flowers. Yeah, I think that's quite a good idea. So yeah.
Okay.
Weather.
It's very grey, very wet today, very damp, very cool, actually.
But
I'm wearing a cardigan.
The sky last night was fantastic.
Beautiful sunset. If you don't follow us on Facebook and Instagram, then I'm afraid you'll miss out on beautiful photos taken by me.
And Twitter.
I don't do Twitter.
I twit.
Well. Next. Heating. Did we put the heating on the other day? We did.
We did.
We put the heating on. I'm sorry. We do try to be ecological. However, we live in a detached house. And when it rains and it gets cold, you really feel it. I mean, this house is 1850s.
1854.
You know, so we really do feel it. We've got wooden floors. When it's breezy and windy, it does get in. So we had to put the heating on, just to take that feeling of damp away. Even the bed, when I got into the bed, it was cool but slightly damp. There was so much humidity. We do have our windows open. We've never had a mould issue, ever. So the house does breathe, but you pay the price for that. Yeah. don't you, Paul? Yes.
Yes, Richard.
Is that another? Oh no, I thought there was another fly in your hair. I was going to say, I'm really attracted to you.
Well, maybe I should put the male flowers of the thing in my hair, because I seem to get quite a lot of bees and things in my hair. Somebody got quite anxious I had a bee in my hair the other day, but I didn't.
You didn't
out.
What?
I didn't get anxious. I said it'll get out, and it did. It wasn't sort of in my hair. It was sort of, oh, you got a bee on your hair. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then like 10 seconds later, it flew off.
Well, it's also spider season now, isn't it?
Oh, it
Coming
is.
into spider season. And somebody said the other day on Facebook, oh, goodness me, the spiders are coming in. They've already come in here. We've already got them around the house, and we love them. We embrace the spider. Oh, I thought we were stopped. We embrace the spiders.
Not metaphorically.
Yeah, no, love the spiders. Then they're afraid of you. They don't want to go near you.
Mm.
Let them do what they do, and they'll kill all the nasty insects that you don't want.
Mm.
Yeah, why not?
There was a great post on Planet Vegetaria the other day of a spider going along a branch, and the person put a mirror on the branch, and the spider obviously thought
it was another
spider and started doing a
because I don't think spiders
predatory
are
dance.
self-aware.
No.
As far as I'm concerned.
No. Sometimes I
That's
look in the
right.
mirror and I'm not self-aware because I wonder what's looking back at me. But there we are. Yeah.
It's a shame, isn't
I had a funny dream last night. Oh dear. Yeah, I had lots of swimming and diving off rocks, and then there was a body in the bottom of the ocean, and then there were what they call stingrays, and a very bizarre dream.
Well, talking about bizarre things, we were called out last night to investigate a crime.
Oh, yeah, we were.
It was like our gay detective series, The Gay Detectives.
The Gay Detectives.
It was our first case. Paul received a call just after dinner. And it was a call from one of the community plot people.
Yeah.
And she said there was somebody trying to break into the community gardens. Paul dashed off, and my friend and I said, oh, hold on, we're coming with you. So we did. We followed him down the street. And Paul said, what are you doing here? We said, we've come to support you. And we had to go round to the canal side of the community gardens to investigate the fence, which somebody had tried to pull up.
Somebody had tried to pull a panel of the fence out, supposedly, so that they could get in.
Well, it wasn't a panel.
Yes, it was a panel. And, yeah, it's sort of like, well, honestly...
Well, they tried to lift it, hadn't they?
Yeah, well, they removed...
a section.
Yeah, and it was sort of like, you're trying to get in, and unfortunately there was this person, another plot holder, inside, and said, what on earth do you think you're doing? But I think that's the first instance we've had in the 5 or 6 years that I've been there.
And the wonderful part about it was
yeah, and that was fantastic.
The wonderful part about it was that there was a spectacular sunset that I was able to take a picture of, because I've always got my camera with me.
Yeah.
Always. Not always, but...
So, yeah, anyway, and then we had a lovely chat to the plot holder, and we need to pick up some eggs from the polytunnel today, which she's given us, and
lovely.
Yeah, which will help us make a cake.
So that was our exciting detective story from last night. You see, it's all going on in this area.
Our local pub has shut as well, hasn't it? Yeah, it's the one where the allotments use. Well, a lot of the allotment holders go to this pub, and it was taken over back in April, and they're doing some refurbishment at the moment, and it shut last weekend, and it's all the windows are whited out, so it'll be interesting to see
what it looks like
when it opens.
Okay, good. We had soup yesterday. Twice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did. We had soup in the evening and soup for lunch. Different soups. It was a soupy kind of day.
It was.
Wasn't it, Paul?
It was.
Yes.
So we had leek. What did we have? Leek, butterbean and courgette soup with some yeast flakes added to give it a slight cheesy taste to it, which was absolutely delicious. We had that for lunch. And then we went to our friend last night because our plans changed, and instead of her coming here, we went there. And we had she'd made a lovely soup out of lentils, cauliflowers, lots of different vegetables.
Gorgeous.
So we had a very soupy day.
But it is, I mean, it does feel very autumnal this week. I know it's set to change and get warmer again.
I think a lot of plants have felt that the season is changing. So if you look out, when we look out of our front window, the tree that birch tree we've got outside our window is certainly changing colour already, because it takes very little amount of time, a week or so, for the weather to change and plants to think, oh, something has gone on. So I think even if we do get a Indian summer, I think we're going to see leaf fall quite early this year.
Yeah. So, I think that's about it, Paul. Well, just a quickie today, isn't it? Soups. What about soups?
I'd like to know what everyone is making for a soup.
Oh, yes. And if you join Planet Vegetaria, you can share your recipes with us too.
Yeah, and your photos and things.
Yeah, that's what it's there for.
But it'd be interesting to know what other people are making, because I'd never made this leek, courgette and butterbean soup before. I thought all those flavours will go quite well together.
And you were right.
And I was right. And the butterbeans...
But you whizzed it. You whizzed it
I did whiz it, because you don't like... He prefers creamy soups.
Well, I like a cream soup. I like a consommé, which is usually a clear, thin soup. I like broths. I like a stew.
Yeah. I think this would have worked really well as a stew, but you don't like courgettes, soft courgettes.
No.
So I think I would do it as a stew with leeks, pumpkin and butterbeans.
Maybe.
And some potato. And because the potato will break down a bit and will thicken the stew. So, yeah. We're having chilli tonight.
Oh, with?
Our borlotti beans
and
from
soya?
Last year. And soya.
And soya.
And cocoa powder.
Lovely.
Non-sweetened cocoa powder.
And that's it.
Is that it?
That's it.
We're going to have rice with it as well.
We've covered the list. It's time to go, because otherwise people will be complaining that the video's too long. So let's say goodbye.
I could tell you more about my dream.
I'd rather not know.
So that's it, we're going.
That's it.
That's it.
Just a quick one this week. We've got things to do.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Tomatoes. I'm going to cut some more tomatoes off and let them ripen in the house.
Good.
I do need to get some toothpaste today. Because we don't have... I need to do a little... I keep on saying I need to do some shopping, but I haven't actually really been out to do shopping. But I do need to get some...
Good. So have a lovely day, wherever you all are, around the world, across the solar system, and beyond into parallel dimensions.
I think we're in a parallel dimension at the moment, actually.
You might be.
I think with all of our life and politicians and all of that.
Don't go there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And goodbye
Are
from...
you going to do the Macathon thank you?
Thank you and goodbye.
He's just hurt his wrist.
No, it just clicked. It's a little bit clicky sometimes.
It's the age.
It's age.
It's the age.
Thank you and goodbye, and we'll see you all very soon. Yes. Thank you. Say
Bye.
goodbye.